Today isn't just another headline. It's a moment that shifts the map of power in the Middle East, and the world is watching. The United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes on Iran. The leader of Iran, Anatolia Ali, is reportedly dead, and Iran is already retaliating. I want to break down what that means, not just geopolitics, but for power, leadership, and the kind of world I want to live in. I spent a big part of my life in military service. Being in that world teaches you to read patterns, anticipate moves, and understand the weight of a single strike. Today isn't just explosions and missiles. It's decades of tensions, condensed into moments that decide who holds power and who doesn't. I've always wanted to be in positions where I can create real impact. Watching events like this, I think about leadership, responsibility, and how decisions ripple across millions of lives. Even while we study strategy, reality is brutal. Civilian casualties are already being reported, including children. Minib's school was hit and lives was lost. This is a reminder power comes with real human stakes. Leadership isn't just authority, it's responsibility. If I ever sit in position of power, I want to remember this. Every decision can create or destroy lives. Iran responded immediately, launching missiles, drones at regional targets. That's how cycles start. From my perspective, this is a test of who can think clearly under pressure, who can act strategically without letting ego or fear dictate moves. In politics, military operations, leaderships, it's the same lesson. Anticipate, adapt, and control the narrative before the world spins out of control. The US government says these strikes were done for the American people to protect us from threats. But many critics argue the reality is different. The real effect is giving Israel more influence in the region, while Americans gain little tangible benefit. Meanwhile, mainstream media keeps people focused on right versus left debates, the Epstein files, immigration, or even aliens. It didn't stabilize the Middle East, it made things worse. It even led to the development of ISIS, which became stronger and more dangerous than Al-Qaeda and Taliban. So I have to ask, is this another mistake we're making? The government frames it as if we did something meaningful, but in reality, it could just create more chaos and instability in the region. Some critics also point out the domestic and international political consequences. For instance, President Trump could face backlash at home, possibly jeopardizing his next term, losing midterm support, or alienating MAGA-based followers. Internationally, partner countries may view these decisions as reckless, while Russia, China, and North Korea are watching closely, adjusting their strategies and pushing back on what they see as red lines. Many Americans might ask, why focus on overseas strikes when we have problems here at home? People want lower prices, lower inflation, cheaper gas, better immigration control, and action against drugs coming into our communities. Instead, they see government money being funneled overseas, fueling conflicts, while everyday Americans are left to deal with the consequences. From my perspective, this disconnect between leadership priorities and public needs exactly what makes today's decisions feel so risky. Both politically and strategically, some foreign leaders are already warning, could this be the beginning of World War III? Or is it just another Iraq 2.0, a regional conflict that flares, escalates, and then fades? I've seen too many people get caught up in fear or hype. That's not how real leaders think. You pay attention, you analyze, you stay calm. Independent analysis veterans and former federal officers have been warning about rising tensions for weeks. They weren't predicting every strike, but they were reading patterns mainstream media didn't cover. That's what I want to do. I want to see the bigger picture, anticipate moves, act decisively, not for headlines or fame, but for real impact. Today is a reminder that history doesn't wait. Decisions will have weight. Power have consequences. Leadership demands vision and accountability. This is why I study, why I plan, and why I push toward every goal I set. Because if I ever hold authority, I want to act smarter than the leaders we just watched make life-altering decisions. And I also want to make sure I serve the people I represent, not foreign interests, media distractions, or political theater. So that's my perspective on today. Not sensationalism, not fear, just lessons, reflection, and the reality of power. If you want honest takes from someone who's been in the military, who thinks critically about leadership, media, and politics, stick around. This is just the beginning.